Today we're all about a very special kit. In fact, it's the first one that Paper Wishes has done, and we've combined our talents with those from Hunky Dory. So you know this is going to be very special. And I do need to tell you, there are limited quantities. I've saved several hundred just for today.
And wonderful.
This is called Flutterby Butterflies.
It is. I was wondering, so you don't know what it is?
Yeah, right.
Flutterby Butterflies. This is gorgeous gold foiled die cuts. They're large, they're small, there are shaped cards, there are papers, everything you need in this kit. All you need are glue and scissors. Really.
And ideas that come with it.
That's right.
Sound good?
Come play with us.
Well, here is the offering,
Ta-da.
The kit, and then we've also added some silver and some gold butterflies, so 384 of these.
Great.
We'll talk about those later, right? We're going to get into this.
You can't really see it, it's all stacked up, but you'll see it all.
But there you go, it's thick, it's got stuff. So there is an idea sheet, as I said, and this is going to walk you through using everything that's in the kit, and nice to have those visuals that come right along with it.
And this is great because you're not going to be seeing all of the projects we show you today in the gallery.
Right.
Not all of them will be there, and neither will the instructions, but that sheet is invaluable for showing what you need to know. But it's so simple, you really don't need a lot of
we'll show
instruction.
You how.
Yeah.
Now you are going to be able to make at least 24 cards out of this set. Now some of them are shaped, and if you can see this will end up being folded in half. This area will punch out, and you're going to get butterfly cards in 4 colors with butterflies.
Right.
And you're going to get flowers in 4 colors like this. You can
shaped cards, they're scored, they're ready to fold
just
to
like
create your card.
And then you'll also get 2 of these. Now these are a square card, also shaped, and the center is going to pop out, and we're going to show you what happens with that.
That's a frame card.
Pretty,
so those are gorgeous. And then the die cuts.
And then the die cuts. There are over 130, right? And you can see there's this kind of a textured that's in the foiling that's just super, super pretty. Do you see? Gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful? I love that textured foiling. It's just a really different look. It's kind of surprising. Plus there are just layers in those die cuts. If you get close to the butterfly wing, you're going to get this wing, and then a frame here that pops up, and a frame here, and you're getting layers. Wait till you see what that does on your card. We keep saying that.
Just wait. And then you have the flowers. Of course, the flowers are going to go with the shaped flower cards, and you see that there are 2 sheets, but you can do all 4 of them.
And always you get these great big circular sentiments.
Right.
Lots of different events, happy birthday, thinking of you, special day.
And more butterflies with those. And then this is going to go with those square cards. You can see that these get punched out.
And stacked.
And then more. There's just lots more.
And with these,
they come out so easily.
Well, they do. They come out easily, but also there's this unique feature in that the butterflies, they don't pop all the way out. They just pop out partway, so you can lift the wings on some of these, which is really unique.
True right there, right all the way around. So again, more of the greetings, just as you said. And then there's more. So you're going to get borders, you're going to get more circular shapes, more frames, more messages.
Which I think means that you're going to be able to really make 24 if you, it depends
easily.
On how, easily 24, right.
And these are also layered so that you get multiple, they're kind of nested together. So then we're going to get some papers. Now the papers have been designed to obviously coordinate with the die cuts.
Right.
So you can see the colors that are coming in there, and we'll show you again how those get used.
Right.
So
8.5 by 11, they're designed to go with those colors. Single-sided.
An extra
and there are
sheet.
8 of those papers.
And then an extra sheet that's going to give you even more of the flowers and the butterflies. So Flutterby Butterfly.
Right.
Then there are envelopes to go with all the sizes of cards, and then an additional 5 by
14. I'm sorry.
5 by 6.5 inch cards. These just get folded in the middle. They're already scored for you.
There are 14 of those, so altogether with those shaped cards, 24 card bases.
So papers, die cuts, shaped cards, ideas, and dazzles all together. Now let's see what we can make.
Right.
Okay, so when you take that shaped card, and here it is a flat, so just pretend it's flat, then you can pop out the butterfly.
Which I can even show you.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's show you. Here are the die cuts. So I'm going to pop out one of these butterflies, super simple, just pop it out all the way around, and then you have, that one's on there nicely. There we go. Then we have the butterfly. And if you want to lift the wings, I'll grab this shaped card.
So all you're going to do is just peel these layers back, and you can see there are 4 of them, and they just nest. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then as they go into the center, you can lift them there if you want to get some dimension, which is very, very fun. Now you may be wondering, well, how am I going to attach it so I can make sure those layers work?
Right, and that's done very easily on your shaped card. So here's the shaped card. We punched out that centerpiece, you don't need that. And then right along the scored lines, already scored, you just fold it down. So here's your butterfly shaped card. Get a glue stick, and all you have to do is go around the outer edge.
Just the outer edge, that's important.
Correct, only the outer edge. And I would say it's about 1/4 of an inch on the outer edge. I'm going all the way around, and once you have that, go ahead and place your butterfly on there.
Simply position that on top. Oh, the labor is just amazing. And
are you done yet?
Press it down. I am done. And then you have this card, and you can see how those layers are just fluttering. There we go, got the fluttering. And you can do it on both sides, just lift them. And even though they're going to be, you'll flatten them when you put them in your envelope.
Go in the mail.
When they come out of the envelope, they'll still be lifted.
Right, and just enough that they'll see that, and then they can lift it too. And I love that pattern underneath it. It just reflects that gold perfectly.
It does. And the other thing is that this will stand up. So you can let it be standing up. And I think that's really a nice little feature. Finish the inside as you desire, and you've got plenty of pieces to do that.
So the next one actually shows you an example of adding. So you can add on a circular sentiment. You can foam tape it. You can glue it in place.
There you go.
May your dreams take flight.
Very fun. And then on the inside of this card, we've added some more of the die cuts, another of the little greeting. Super simple, super done. And now, okay, so what if, now you've got 4 of these that you can do. Are there other ways to use them?
Sure.
One might ask.
Okay.
Yes, we have the answer. You can take that card and cut it in half. That way you're going to get 2 of them. You see how we do this? And you can just place that onto a paper cover card. Of course, this is using the papers that we provide. And do half of it on here.
Right.
And then you have now doubled your butterflies.
When we say cutting that in half, so here's that card. Remember, it's folded at the top. You just cut it. You just cut it right along those fold lines. Now you have 2.
Ta-da!
And we're going to show you something with both of these. This first one is on the front of the card, and then go ahead and add those die cuts.
Right.
Absolutely gorgeous. And some of these little butterflies that we've shown, I love that floating down on the bottom and on the upper right corner as well. They just add to that beautiful butterfly effect. Did we talk about those? The pearl, I think we did already.
It's silver with gold pearl, and it's gold with gold pearl. So the gold is going to match no matter which you use, but it just adds even more to your design.
So that's one half of your shape card. It's been used on there, but what about the other half?
Well, how about doing a vertical card?
Very
cool. Again, we're just taking 2 of the papers, doing a little bit of tearing if you like. And I love how this butterfly kind of goes off the edge. And then there is a second butterfly, a smaller one.
Now this is from that sheet of just butterfly die cuts with the smaller
That last one.
Right. So just use that on the center, and then you can see the beautiful artwork on that shaped card itself. I love that torn effect back there. It's just a great look. A little collage of lots of little die cuts, but there are more butterflies there too.
Let's go into that collage. We'll get closer to it, and you can see, okay, so those are the foiled flowers that are part of the kit. This is a foiled butterfly, but then look what's going on with those dazzles. They are popping up.
They're popping up. They're mounted back to back. I'm going to show you how that works. So I've got, the reason I have a craft sheet is because I want kind of a non-stick surface. You could use a piece of plastic for this too. And I've got those dazzles. I'm going to take the large dazzles, and this is a small thing. You're going to want to stay close on this. And I'm going to take the first one. With my fingers, I'm just going to fold it in half right in the center. So wing to wing,
Okay.
Just like that. I'm going to set that on my craft sheet because I know I'll be able to unstick it when I'm ready. It's going to stick more to my fingers than it is to the craft sheet. Then I'm going to take another one of those butterflies. I'm going to use 3 in total. I'm going to fold that one, same way, wing to wing, back of the wings together like that. And then I'm going to attach this wing to that sticky wing. Just line it up with the edges. And I found that it doesn't really have to be perfectly in line. It really works pretty well even if it isn't. Now I'm stacking and folding. You see that now you've got a couple, but that would be in the center, just sticking straight up. So I need one more. So one more butterfly. And it is, it's a detail that you're going to be doing with your fingers, and it's going to, there we go, take you a minute or so, but it makes such a nice, cute little effect. Back to back. Now I've got it to where if I stick that down, I can pull these apart like so, and I've got that great butterfly that lifts up wings.
Yeah.
I can pull the whole thing off like that, and I can stick that on my card. And just like that, because there's the sticky side still on the back.
Right, and that's what it's going to look like. It really is 3D on your project, whether it is a card, tag, whatever. And there's a fly, go away.
Oh.
And I do want to thank Leonie. Leonie presents our products on Hochanda in England, and she did this, and we were just kind of really pleased. We just thought this was really, really fun.
Really sweet look. And it's great with that little collage of flowers, just to add some of those little butterflies. And I like that they're stacked on top of the other butterflies.
I do too. I think that's a great way to go. Now, to get into the flowers, well, here we have that flower shaped. Now, you might necessarily think that, okay, well, the fold might be at the top. That might be an instinctive thing. Well, take it to the side, and then instead of making it taking one of the flower pieces, you can just take one of the circles, and this is one that, like Gail said, is die cut so that those wings can flutter up.
So that's already stuck on there. You didn't have to stick that. That's going to stay on there. And when you said you can use the flower things, it's the flower die cuts. So here's one of the large flower die cuts. This is made to fit that card perfectly. You'll see. But you can use one of these circular die cuts. Very simple. Add a sentiment.
Very nice to do it. And then you can finish the inside. Now, if you want to use it in conjunction with the flowers, and why would you not, this is a way to do it. Now, notice that we have offset that die cut piece. Are you going to show that?
Yeah. So here is the shaped card. We've got the fold at the top this time. It's closed like so. And then I take this die cut, and if you line it up, it's just like that. You can't see the base beneath, but offsetting means just turning it until you can see those dark petals in between.
Just gives you a little more dimension.
Right. With this one, I would also glue only around the outer edge, just like we did with the butterfly, and that makes it so that you can lift these inner layers. There's one, and there are two there actually here. One in the center, 1, 2, 3, and then that outer bit will be glued down. Then you can start adding die cuts to the center.
Right, in this case, we added one of the flowers on top and then one of the messages on top of that. And did a little ribbon, just knotted it around the fold. So that gives you also a variety of colors. You can see the colors that are used are in the jewel tones.
Right. Okay, now before you show that.
Okay.
So the next thing you're going to do, if you want to repeat the next card, is cut this in half. Right along that scored fold, cut it in half. Now you've got 2 of these, and here's what you can do with one of them.
Same idea, just put it onto the front of a card. However, we've added a couple of things. Now, these also, it's the same one. You can layer those up. We've got a greeting inside, and then we have one of the side view butterflies right there.
And if you put foam tape just right under the body, you can lift that up too. Get a nice little effect.
Now, this has been made into an easel card. So, there you go. We've foam taped a message on the inside. This is a 5-inch square card. We have covered the front with one of the papers, and then just part of the inside.
Right,
just
so
to make that
that's
easel.
going to make your paper go a little further. You don't really have to cover the entire inside. Just a strip of paper will work. And then I love that. Just the foam tape little greeting there, and that's what holds up an easel card very simply.
Right, and okay.
That's an easel card.
Okay.
You've got your card. Instead of the fold on the left, you'll have the fold at the top. You'll score it right down the center and then fold it, and it's going to get that tent shape, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about an easel card.
Okay, now the idea of cutting that in half, here's another example. You can cover your 5 by 6.5 inch card with the 2 papers, put one of the borders along the bottom, and add half of the flower shape, and then a rectangle going, or square going into the center.
You don't necessarily have to use the flowers because you've got lots of die cuts to choose from, and I love that adding the little collages of flower die cuts in there and adding some of those beautiful pearl butterflies.
Just
jewel
really,
butterflies is what we call them, actually.
Looks really gorgeous, really, really nice. Now we have another shaped card, and that is the square one.
Okay.
And you're going to show that?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a frame card. So it starts out like this. When you get it, you're going to fold it. You see the center already wants to pop out. So it pops out. You actually use this elsewhere.
Okay.
You don't use this within your card. So when we say 24 cards, this is your 25th maybe right there. You can use that on something else entirely. And what you want to do here is add those stacked elements in the center. So if you look at the card, you're going to see the center.
I'm going to open this up just so that you can see. And you can see that these are stacked. It's called a pyramid, and each of the areas just gets foam taped onto its matching design, and then you're going to complete the image. And you can see the dimension.
They really do get stacked in a unique way. So I am going to show you how to do that. Here is the card. We set that off to the side, and the die cuts. And so I'm going to be working with these colors. This is a set for another card, and you can mix and match those colors if you like. Pop out the center, or pop out this one. Pop out this one. Okay, so it's looking to you like I have 2, right? But the centers of these pop out.
Now you might be thinking at this point, oh my gosh, Gail, you've just ruined the design. What's going on?
Well, what happens is that they uniquely saved space so that you could stack these. These holes are going to be covered up.
Right.
And that starts by, okay, the first one you're going to foam tape is here and stack that on there. Okay.
And you see how you line up the design.
Yes, match up the design so you don't see that large hole. The next size is here. You're going to stack that there. And the last one is here.
Right, it'll just go right in the center.
Just right in the center, and when you're done.
That's what it looks like.
And
so
because
you get
we
the dimension.
you get the dimension because we use the foam tape. You can see sort of a shadow, and that's what makes it obvious that it's a stacked shape.
Okay, and that is going to nest right into the frame, and we've done the message on the outside, and then there's room too for you to sign your name, do a little message right along the border there that's covered by the front of the card.
So that's one way to use a frame card.
You ready for another way?
Yeah.
Okay, here is this one.
Ta-da!
Now.
Okay, a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So once again, we've cut this apart. We've cut it this half from this half right along the scored lines, which are here, and we're actually using the back part of this card first.
But in using that, still using the layers that were on that sheet that you showed.
And while I show you this for a second, I'm going to have you grab the page because it's kind of a little more difficult to get to, because that really should be next. So you've got those stacked layers on top of this, which is actually the back part of that card that we cut away. But you can hide just a 5-inch card on the back. Because of the size of this frame, just cut your card to 5 inches, glue it on the front of that. So now you've got an extra card just using the back of that. And then the other half of that frame card that we cut apart can be used like this.
Right, you can use it to frame photos. It's just really pretty. And doesn't this do a nice job in that she's really the star of the page, which of course you would think she would be.
Now we did add cardstock to this.
We did.
But the papers you see are from the kit.
Right, and the borders, you can see everything that's foiled. And I love this butterflies just going out, and we have done foam taping them, and you can see that they're just Quite
And
beautiful.
you can go ahead and lift any of these butterflies you want. If you foam tape them just in the center, score them a little bit to the right and left there, and then just bring those wings up.
And again, even when this is in a sheet protector, it will flatten a bit, but you'll still get that lift because of the foam tape.
Right.
And there's our little sweetheart, and you can see the messages are being used quite effectively on this page. So scrapbookers, you are not left out. Just think about this, how you could use the flowers, everything.
And the center of this can be used on the very last card you have there. Unfortunately, I had it in the wrong order.
Okay.
You can use the center of this, pop it out, and make another card.
Right, and this is, looks like about a 4.5-inch square card. And you can see just, again, the idea of the clustering at the corners or in one area, mixing the designs in that this is gold and these are the pink. So that's going to work beautifully. And the papers, again, are designed to fit beautifully.
And those tiny little butterflies, these are the gold ones, and they just really highlight very well.
Now, again, you are going to have a lot of die cuts left, more than what we've shown you here. And so these are some ways you can use them.
Right.
Again, make those papers work for you. You can do some matting of them to have one in the center.
You can take these, oh, no, this isn't, I thought this was a border, but these are just some of the
die
flowers,
cuts.
the die cut flowers just lined up to make it look like a border
Doesn't
piece.
that just look rich? And so there's one at the bottom and then another butterfly on top.
So look at this card. This is just a strip of paper matted on another strip of paper, a paper covered card, popping on some die cuts, and you're done.
Right.
You don't have to add anything else in that card. They're simple to make. It's really intuitive. And if you're not sure, you've got an idea sheet to show you anyway.
Right. Here's another one. We did take a little liberty and add a suede paper in there just because it was so gorgeous, but using a frame and then letting other things be in the center of that frame.
Plus, let me show you something fun about that butterfly. Here is the die cut. Grab it right here in the center between your finger. I'm going to lay my finger this way, put my thumb here, and just roll it across my finger. I'm sort of pulling my finger on back. You're just shaping those wings.
That took a moment.
Right. Really, that's done. I'm going to sort of crease it in the center, and if I foam tape or zot the center down, then you've got this great shaped butterfly.
And that's what it looks like. Now, I have to tell you, this card has been traveling. It's been in sheet protectors, and it's still dimensional, just with what you just did.
That's taken a few flights, from here to Florida.
And inside, if you want to add some other pieces, you can do your message. And then as others are left, this is another way you might use them. Again, just taking advantage of that beautiful foiling and the way that these are cut. Now they've been foam taped under here so that that lift is still showing a little bit. I also like this little treatment of taking the message and then gluing a little loop of ribbon behind it. It just makes a really nice addition.
And I love the little cutaway piece. So you've got like about a 3/4 of an inch cutaway there, and just a little strip of paper to see from the front, but the inside you don't have to cover it completely.
So as I said, we have this very special kit, and I have saved about 300 for today, just wanting to make sure. And so we'll be selling them until they're gone, but wanted to give you all the varieties.
And they do go quickly. Every time we've seen these anywhere, they're going pretty quick.
So we've got Flutterby butterflies accented with some flowers, and scrapbookers. It's for you too.
Absolutely. You've seen how they can be used to frame, so you'll have lots of fun with them.
And you'll have fun doing those dazzled butterflies too.